Good afternoon and welcome into another episode of the Buccaneers Coaches Show. I'm your host, Brandon Genson, with a whole slate of events to talk about from last week. Starting with beach volleyball, who went 2-1 in matchups with Benedictine, Embry-Riddle, and St. Catherine in the Cal Pac qualifier tournament. The Bucs dominated Embry-Riddle 5-0 on Friday before falling to St. Catherine 4-1 the next morning. It took 5 full sets to clinch their win over Benedictine Mesa, but a 2-0 win by Miranda Bacon and Jennifer Lauer sealed the deal. Sierra Bevilacqua and Georgia Romine Black were the only pair to win all 3 of their matches over the weekend and pulled off come-from-behind wins in their final 2 games. The Bucs' 2-1 weekend means that they'll enter next month's Cal Pac Tournament as the number 2 seed. I spoke with head coach Justin Marshall about last weekend and to preview what's ahead. Coach, so you guys had a really good weekend, played St. Catherine, Embry-Riddle, Ben U, and you won 2 out of those 3 games. That means you guys are going into the Cal Pac tournament with the 2nd seed. What did you see out of the weekend that you liked?
The kids just got a lot better over the course of the weekend. We finally got to go compete against, conference opponents and go in there and play against someone that wasn't ourselves. So it was really good to see them go and try the things that we've been working on in practice. And then, you got to shout out our 3s, which is Georgia Romaine Black and Sierra Bevilacqua went undefeated on the weekend. I think every single match they played went to 3 though, and they were able to persevere and grab some wins. Yeah, what did you see specifically out of those 2? I was going to bring that up because, they came from behind in the final 2 sets, and then they were the only team to beat St. Catherine on Friday. So, what did you see out of them? I'm going to kind of call them out a little bit with it, but, I think they were the better team in all 3 matchups, and just a little bit of inconsistency and a little bit of lack of urgency in certain situations kind of caused them to go and push it to a 3rd set. So, the big focus in these next 2 weeks before we go to the Cal Pac Championships is, getting them to be a little more consistent, trust the relationship, the partnership that they have, and keep trusting the things that we're working on in practice. Yeah, and I think St. Catherine is a good team. We know that, but I think that's also a team that you think you can beat given, let's clean up some of these errors and stuff. What do you need to see going forward and going into that Cal Pac tournament? And we talked about it today at practice too, is that we were airing about 2 times, or we're airing twice as much as we really should be right now. And if we can just go and minimize those and cut those back and just get to reduce our errors by 1/3, I think we can go and be really, really competitive against a really athletic St. Catherine's team. I thought our 2s had a really great shot to go win that match. That St. Catherine duo at the 2 slot was really athletic, really explosive, and they came into it and they played the best that I saw them play all weekend against us. And then at our 4s, I think if we go and be a little more consistent in serve receive, I think we have a really great chance to go beat that squad. Yeah, and I know this is probably the last time we'll have you on this year, but I know you're excited about what this program has to look forward to. I know next year a lot of these talented indoor players that didn't get to play beach next year are going to come over. You've got some recruits. Where's the ceiling? What are you excited about? What do you want to talk about? What can we expect going forward? I've kind of busted my tail on the recruiting side of things and gone back to some previous relationships that I've had, and a couple of these athletes have turned me on to a couple of their JUCO players that they played with back in the day, and we're going to be adding between 5 to 8 new faces on the beach side next season, and all of them are really physical with a lot of beach experience, which I'm really happy about, where we can get kids who know how to play beach and we can refine some other things instead of really having to teach the game. So hopefully we can come in next year with a fresh start, some experience under our belts, and then go and really compete for a Cal Pac, because I think we did a better job recruiting than any other school out there. In a series that included everything from a 36-run shootout to a walk-off loss, the Buccaneers took 2 out of 3 from St. Catherine over the weekend. The Buccaneers took an 11-8 lead in the 9th inning of Game 1 before the teams combined for 17 runs. Luckily, the Firebirds only accounted for 8 of those as the Bucs held on for the win. The Firebirds won via walk-off in Game 2, but the Bucs took Game 3 thanks to homers by Alex Stinnett and Bryce Beck. Buccaneers now have just 1 series left on the season against Benedictine Mesa. That series starts on Friday at Scottsdale Stadium, and we're inviting all of our students to attend as we honor our 2020-21 graduates. We'll have more info on that at the end of the show, but you can also check out Park U Gilbert and Park Buccaneers on social media for updates and everything you need to know about attending the event. While baseball played St. Catherine, softball split a 4-game series with La Sierra. They dropped Game 1 8-3 before Jessica Mendoza threw a complete game shutout, and the Bucs put up 8 runs of their own to take Game 2. In Game 3, the Bucs left 10 runners on base and lost 3-1, but eked out a 2-1 win in the next game thanks to a 1-run performance by Gabby Valley and Aubrey Bartlett, as Bartlett picked up her first collegiate win.
While softball, baseball, and beach volleyball were going, track traveled to the University of New Mexico to wrap up their season with a Division I meet, and it was broken records and PRs all around. Among them, Jerome Tillman set school records and PRs in the long jump, triple jump, and 110-meter hurdles. Jordan Knopf, Jonathan Martinez, Tyler Adams, and Jordan Espinoza in the 100-meter dash. Knopf also PR'd in the 200, while Trevor Snedeker and Anaya Wooten set records in the 800 and the long jump. The Bucks brought home more hardware as Destiny Alvarez and Aubrey Bartlett won Cal Pac Player and Pitcher of the Week for their outings against La Sierra. Bartlett picked up her first collegiate win, while Alvarez slashed a .538 over the weekend. All those games mean 10 Buccaneers were awarded Sidewinder Subs Player of the Week. Congrats to those 10 winners. Remember that students can attend Friday's baseball game at Scottsdale Stadium. Gates open at 5:30, senior night festivities start at 6, and the game starts at 7:05. Admission, parking, and a free hot dog and drink will be given to all students who attend, so check our social media and your student email for details. We'd love to see everyone there as we honor our 2020-21 graduates. That's it for this week's edition of the Buccaneers Coaches Show. We're hoping to see you guys all out at Scottsdale Stadium on Friday, April 30th as we honor our seniors. And until next week, go Bucks!